Alright, y'all, I'm back and I got another one for y'all today. Y'all know how we do. I told y'all, I'm back, baby. Y'all know how I do. I at least be around for a while. We don't know how long, but y'all know I'm here. Enjoy. Hey, can we just enjoy each other's company? Hey, can we have fun while it lasts, baby? Y'all know I always be back. Y'all know how we do. Well, let me quit playing with y'all. Today we gonna get into part 3 of that Drew Hill group dynamics video, you feel me? We got to get into part 1 of that intro. We got to learn a little bit about the group. Got into part 2, we started on Woody. Now we at part 3. We gonna finish up on Woody and we gonna take it from there. So you already know what time it is. Come on with it.
Oh, I tell you, like, I'm like the 2020 Petey Pablo on this motherfucker. Nah, fuck that, nigga. I'm like P in this bitch, look. Bad little bitch, call me daddy though. Met the little baby up in cameo. Classy little bitch and not a ratchet hoe. She be dancing in the mirror, ass clapping.
So with Woody being a Virgo and him being the oldest and having all of those different influences, that really allowed him to, like I said, influence the others around him, allowed him to bring the group together, allowed him to take that initiative in the beginning that really served them. Because remember, with him being a Virgo, he does have, like we discussed in part 1, he does have that ability to, communicate, to bring others together, to move in and out of different circles. So that really served them in the beginning. That really allowed him to lead. And remember, Virgo is an earth sign. So they still like to make things matter. Y'all know what I say about the earth signs. You got to touch, taste, feel. You know what I mean? They got to be able to see it to believe it. So they will bring those ideas and that communication and bring it into earth. You know what I'm saying? Make it real. You see what I'm saying? So that really served them in the beginning. He was really able to influence them and take that initiative. And like I said, lead them in becoming grounded in their creativity. And you'll see that a lot with Virgos. They'll be very creative people, but they have to have some grounding within it. They have to make it make sense. It has to be organized. They have to be able to feel it. They got to be able to make a way with it. It's not going to just be just for the love of doing it. You know? That ain't how they going. But like I said, in the beginning, that really served them because he was able to bring all of that creativity they were bringing in, all of that talent and all of that, and really ground it and bring it into, like I said, reality. And how can we really make a way off this? How can we really live off of this and not just be creating just for the sake of creating? However, that mutability, as they continued on, that mutability and him working with all fixed signs and dealing with all fixed, remember we discussed that in the first one. We got 3 fixed signs and a mutable. So once they realized and came to terms with the fact that he's not necessarily the most reliable. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he's able to, take this creativity and help and make it real. And okay, what are the proper steps we need to take and things like that? Yes, he's able to do that. But once they saw that, okay, he's going to always be constantly in and out. He may not necessarily be here. We may not be where we need him to be at all times. You see what I'm saying? Then that kind of took away from his influence after a while. You see what I'm saying? They knew they couldn't rely on him. And when you're dealing with fixed signs, you really need to be reliable, especially if it's something, like I said, that's serving them, that's being successful. They like to stick with it. They like to maintain. They like to sustain. Whereas he's a mover and a shaker, so he's not necessarily looking at it like that. So they're all kind of looking at it from a different perspective. You see what I'm saying? So none of them really understand what he's going through or where he's coming from. Like, to them, he's just fucking it up. It is what it is. To them, he's just messing up a good thing. Like, okay, we got it figured out. We here, boom. All you gotta do is keep the wheels straight. You see what I'm saying? Cruise control. You know what I mean? You ain't even gotta keep just cruise control this bitch. You see what I'm saying? That's what the fixed signs are. And here you go trying to do split turns and you want to drift out here and sharp rights and shit. Like, fixed signs ain't on that. I can tell you straight up. It is what it is. They ain't on that. So that's kind of where Woody lost them. And he lost his influence over the group and lost that leadership role and that big brother role. Once they were able to see, okay, we can't depend on you. Yes, you're able to take these ideas and make it real and be organized and make sure everybody's there and things like that. But we never know if you're going to be with the Lord today or you going to dance with the devil. We never know what really we going to get with you. You see what I'm saying? We never really know. So we can't be following behind you and you lead us astray because you moving and shading here and there. We all fixed. We trying to keep this motherfucking boat rolling. Yeah, we trying to keep this ship sailing. And here you go. You know what I mean? Like I said, you want to see what's all over there on the other ship. Look, you looking at the other ships. Well, our ship ain't like, let's get this. Let's do that. Nigga. That ain't how you work with fixed sign. I'm gonna tell you the truth. That ain't fixed sign. Man, listen. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It is what it is. So like I said, that's kind of where he lost that influence over them, where those characteristics really served them in the beginning. His ability to communicate with different people, his ability to move in and out, his ability to bring those ideas down to earth, that all served them in the beginning when they were trying to get on. You know what I'm saying? When they were trying to get on and bringing them together, and like I said, making this group and creating this group and moving here and moving there and being in different places and things like that. Cool. You see what I'm saying? That served them in the beginning. But once you get to a point where you're at a status and you have to maintain that, you see what I'm saying? And we don't know if you're going to be here today and gone tomorrow or what's going, you see what I'm saying? Then that's where it started to get murky for them. You see what I'm saying? That's where they started to look away from him more so as that leader, that big brother figure that they may have saw him as in the beginning. They started to kind of veer from that.
I can't depend on you for shit. For shit.
There you go, dog.
Like, please, like, tell me something I can depend on you on. Like,
I'm gonna go get my kids.
Your motherfucking
I'm
kids.
just picking them up later.
So, like I said, his influence started to become less and less. And that was just that, like I said, that fixedness mixed with that mutable, and they don't get that, bro. They don't understand why you can't be here every day. Like, bro, they don't understand why you would get to the top and jump off. Like, a fixed sign don't understand. Like, if a nigga ain't kicked you off that cliff, straight up, a fixed sign don't understand why you ain't still up there at the top. A fixed sign you will never be able to explain that to them. It is what it is. And you can kind of tell from his interviews and things that he kind of felt some way about that. He kind of, as time went on, he felt some way about his influence not really having the same impact. Him not really getting that spotlight. Him not really getting that credit. Him not really getting that attention. And not really being able to play the role that he felt he should. Which the other members probably didn't even feel that way, because you were always in and out. So to fix signs, it's like, if you're not here, if you're not all the way in, if you ain't 10 toes down, you ain't in and you playing. And they ain't got time for the game. So you hear me? The fix signs don't have time for the half-ass, but you're not gonna half-ass a fix sign. It is what it is. Especially once it's going good. Now, if it ain't working, or y'all just trying something, but once it's something that clearly is clearly fruitful, and it's being able to make a way for y'all, and y'all done did what y'all need to do, and now y'all here and you fucking up, you ain't gonna win with with a fixed sign, no type of way. They ain't gonna understand you, they don't feel you, none of that. Straight up. So they probably didn't even feel as though he may have deserved all of that he was even looking for. You see what I'm saying? Because you were never that. You see what I'm saying? You were never that. To them, it's like, yeah, you did this part. Yeah, you brought us together, but were you here, though? You see what I'm saying? Yes, that role is very important to be able to bring people together. You see what I'm saying? That's a very important role. If you didn't bring us together, we wouldn't be here. You see what I'm saying? But it's also very important to be there. You see what I'm saying? It's also very important to be consistent. It's also very important that you're putting in that same amount of work as everybody else, if not more. It's especially if you want that type of, like I said, leadership credit, that type of responsibility put on you. You see what I'm saying? That type, people relying on you for, that are looking to you for as a resource. You kind of have to, you know what I mean, show and prove. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think this is fixed. They own what they own. You see what I'm saying? They don't understand you being here and there and all this, you conflicted and all. Okay, you should have figured out all of that before you even got here. How did we even get here if you was going through all of that? You see what I'm saying? Like I said, they just can't even come. They don't even understand. They don't feel you. It is what it is. And then you doing all the slick talk, try to make it sound better, try to weave your way in, and now they really side-eyeing you. Like, bro, what is you on? For real, it is what it is. And I think after a while, Woody started to feel some type of way about that. You can really tell from his interviews and things like that he really started to, you know, build up some type of disdain, because he wasn't necessarily being able to play the part that he felt he should have been able to play within the group. And he wasn't getting enough parts and things like that. But it's like, a fixed sign ain't finna fight for you if you ain't even here finna fight for yourself. Now, they'll go hard with you. Straight up. But as far as you doing what you feel like you want to do and being all in and out, things like that, and expecting them to still, stand behind you and back you up on your bullshit. Man, listen. They might if they love you. But when you fucking up their money, what the fuck are we gonna put you on more stuff for and you can't even show up on a day-to-day? Straight up. This is how the fixed side's looking at it. Now, this ain't how Woody looking at it. Woody looking at it on some whole other blurred lines, mutable, in and out, can't make my mind up, mercurial ass shit. It is what it is. You know how Mercury do. Mercury how you here and there at the same damn time. Y'all know what I say. It is what it is. And the fixed side ain't got time for that, man. They don't. They don't have time for that. They set their mind to it and that's what the fuck they about to do. Yeah, are you coming? Or you going? Yeah, straight up. Yeah, are you ride or get rolled on? You know what it is. Ride or get rolled on. And cardinal signs can be like that too, but cardinal signs are more like that when it comes to getting things started. Comes to, you know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't in the cardinal sign way, for the most part, they probably won't even see your motherfucking ass. Straight up, let alone ignore you. They probably ain't even see you. They ain't paying, attention. They on their path. But fixed signs, you know what I'm saying, they don't necessarily have that because they don't necessarily initiate things. So they kind of are a part of other things and a part of maintaining other things. You see what I'm saying? So they kind of have to have those different relationships and things, and have to interact with different people and things like that. But like I said, when it comes to maintaining, to sustaining something, that's where they come in. They gonna keep this ship going for the long haul. You see what I'm saying? They're long haul thinkers. It's not about now. You see what I'm saying? So that was part 3 of Drew Hill Group Dynamics video. We got to get a little further in the Woody, you feel me? Go on out and check out that intro and part 2 if you ain't get into it yet. So you can get a full scope of our friend Woody who started it out. And now we gonna move along. Y'all already know how we do. Make sure you go over there and follow me on Instagram, you feel me? So I can get that back rolling too. I told y'all we back, baby. We back. We guys gotta keep it pushing. We gotta keep it moving. We gotta keep the wheels steady. Y'all know how it go. You feel me? Y'all don't want this air to blow. Y'all know how it get. So y'all know what time it is. Come on with it.